Good afternoon, Flo. With what happened yesterday, what do you feel like this team can take from that loss, particularly considering that the game to me was kind of lost in the trenches?
We got to do a better job across the board. Fundamentals, technique, communication, coaching. We got to do a better job across the board. We got to prepare better, we got to practice better, and we got to execute better.
Barry?
Hi, Brian. Obviously, there are going to be ups and downs with rookie offensive linemen. Maybe not the best day for Austin, Solomon, Rob, but generally through 10 games, are you pleased the direction they're going? Do you just accept the fact there might be hiccups with rookie offensive linemen while still demanding more?
I don't know if we don't accept bad play here. So, look, we expect a lot of every one of our players, rookie to veteran to really everyone in the organization, coaches, everyone. As I've said before. So, we need to do a better job on the O-line, on the D-line, in the secondary, at the receiver position, all positions, players, coaches, everyone. We didn't play well enough yesterday to win the game. There's a lot of things that we wish we had back, but we got to use it as a learning experience. We have to, and we got to move forward. Still got a lot of season left, but we need to make the corrections and then try to improve and get better. That's the only thing we can do.
Cam?
Hey, Flo, good afternoon. With the decision to go to Fitz yesterday in the fourth quarter, I'm curious your thought process on maybe why that wasn't a moment for Tua to fight through, maybe what seemed like some adversity for him.
Look, I'm always going to try to do what I feel is, best for the team in a particular game, and that's kind of how we felt yesterday, and that's really it. We couldn't get into a rhythm really the majority of the first three quarters. It became a 2-score game, and we felt like we needed a spark, and so we stuck Fitz in there. And we felt like that was the best thing for our team to try to win a ball game last night.
Adam?
Following up on that question, Flo, you said yesterday Tua remains a starter. Why, in your opinion, does he give you the best chance to win on a week-to-week basis?
Look, this is clearly a very talented player. He's played well. He's a young player. He's an improving player, and he's a developing player. We got a lot of confidence in him. That's why he's the starter.
Omar?
In terms of the run game, what went wrong there against Denver? Was it just the scheme, or was it some of the struggles, or the fact that you guys were in a pass happy mode at that point, trailing?
You talking about defensively or offensively? Well, let's talk about both, because we didn't do a good job in either phase. So, we didn't run it effectively enough. Again, when you get behind, it's hard to continue to stick runs in there. But even when the score was 10-10 or 13-10, or we were up, we didn't run it effectively enough. We got to do a better job. Up front, running it, tight ends, receivers, really everyone. Defensively, we got to set better edges. We got to communicate better. We got to tackle better. We got to put the players, as coaches, we have to put the players in better positions, offensively and defensively. And look, we win as a team, we lose as a team. We'll make the corrections and try to be better next week.
Steve?
Ryan, Tua seems to be a sponge, so eager to learn. What lesson or message should he take from your decision in the fourth quarter yesterday?
Look, Tua's, he's a resilient kid. I don't know if there's a message or anything to take from it. Is, the same message the entire team gets. We all have to play better. We've got to coach better. He's not in this alone. He's got my full support. He's got the support of our coaching staff. He's got the support of everyone, every player in that locker room. And conversely, he supports all the other players in the locker room as well. So I don't know if there's a message here, or I don't want to make too much of this. He's the starting quarterback. I think he knows that. We've had that conversation. He's played well. And he's I expect him to continue to play well. I expect him to bounce back. And he's a resilient kid, like I've said, and he's a talented kid as well. And I expect him to bounce back. I expect our entire team to bounce back, to be honest with you.
Hal?
Brian, regarding Kinley, did he aggravate the injury during the game yesterday, or was he just in more difficulty than you thought from the start? And do you expect him to be able to practice starting Wednesday?
Yeah, his foot bothered him during the game, so obviously we pulled him. Look, he's still, still early, so we're still in kind of an evaluation mode. But he's going to treat and rehab, and I'm sure get back as soon as he can. He's a tough kid. He's kind of tough through a couple of things already this year, and if he can play, he'll play.
Travis?
Hey, Coach. Good afternoon. My question is sort of two-pronged regarding Devontae Parker. Coming into the year, he talked about his goal strictly being to play 16 games this year. And then yesterday, it seemed when the offense needed a big conversion on third down, that the ball was going to him, and he certainly showed us why with some big catches. So I just wanted to ask you, what does that dependability do, both in terms of managing the nicks and bruises, but also being trustworthy on third downs? What can that do for a young quarterback like Tua?
Well, I mean, it certainly gives him confidence and to throw it to him that he'll catch it. He'll make contested catches, and in those critical moments, I'm sure it's a good feeling to have somebody like that out on the field. Devontae's done everything he can to get out there and play. He's played through some nicks and bruises, like a lot of our players have. He's definitely a team first guy. Big time competitor, and we're pleased with where he is. And but like the rest of the team, we're going to try to learn from yesterday's game, and he's no different than the rest of us, and that there's some things that he would like to have back, and we just got to try to get better.
Adam?
I wanted to get your thoughts on Chan Gailey, and he obviously has a great deal of experience calling plays for Fitz, not nearly as much experience calling plays for Tua. How do you think he's handled the adjustment from one quarterback to the other?
I mean, Chan's dealt with a lot more quarterbacks than Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he's been in a lot of different offenses, coached on defense. I mean, you mentioned his experience. I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole him to one quarterback. I think that's, I'm not sure that's completely accurate, to be honest with you, Adam. But he's worked with a lot of different players, a lot of different quarterbacks. He's had success with different quarterbacks. Look, as a team, offensively, defensively, and special teams, we need to play better. This team doesn't point fingers. We don't, make excuses. We don't place blame. We're just going to, come out and try to prepare better in meetings, walk through practice, and try to have a better week of practice and hopefully play better next week. So, a lot of confidence in Chan, a lot of confidence that, we'll play better offensively and defensively and in the kicking game.
Sorry, Coach. Time for one more. We'll go to Omar.
I want to ask you about production that you're getting from the slot position at receiver. I know you've got a lot of guys who kind of fit different roles and different molds. Do you feel like a slot is emerging, or are you working towards that?
No, I don't. I guess I don't put too much in the slot, that position or that area of the field as a spot where you need to. You gotta have production from that spot. There's so many different people you can put in that role. You can put a back in the slot. You can put a tight end in the slot. You can put, your outside receiver in the slot. So we're just looking for production across the board: run game, pass game, screen game, play action, third down, red zone. We need to get a better execution from the slot, from our outside receivers, from our tight ends, from our backs, really across the board. So I don't want to put it on one specific spot. I think offensively, we just have to do a better job of sustaining drives, running the football, punching it in, and on defensively, same thing. We got to do a better job stopping the run. And keeping teams out of the end zone, and then obviously got to play better in the kicking game as well.